Hi, my name is Emer Kurbegovic. I've been working with Sitecore for over 12 years, leading and managing software development teams as technical director and Sitecore architect. Last couple of years, my focus has shifted to infrastructure and application reliability on multi-cloud platforms, utilizing DevOps model to automate and optimize processes, increase the speed of delivery, and monitor applications such as Sitecore, to name a few. In today's video, we're going to go over Sitecore logging for Azure PaaS, making sure Sitecore logging is properly configured in Azure PaaS. Summary of this video is Sitecore logging configuration in Azure IaaS versus PaaS, importance of having correct configuration, when do mistakes typically happen, how can I check if Sitecore logging has been set up correctly for Azure PaaS? On this slide, you can see a typical IaaS or just a single Sitecore instance log file appender configuration. The log file appender has been around forever. Sitecore has been logging logs the same way for a long time now. The type of this appender is log4net.appender.rolling file appender. There's really nothing much else to say. Like I said, the logging configuration has not been changed in a long time. Now, in comparison, Sitecore logging configuration in PaaS, you can see on the first appender here at the top, there's a new Azure fallback appender which handles logs in the app service in case application insights is not available. And then the Sitecore is going to log in the appropriate instance folder. And at the bottom, we can see the updated log file appender with the new type, sitecore.cloud.applicationinsights.logging.level trace appender. And this has been patched through sitecore.cloud.applicationinsights.config file. Importance of having correct configuration, just to make sure that application insights has been correctly utilized in the Azure PaaS environment. Application insights is where all of your logs are residing, and you can easily filter or search through logs or have any kind of analytics related to logs in application insights. Also, it's important, correct configuration is important when it comes to collecting logs for each instance in the app service. App services can be scaled up to multiple instances, and each instance has its own log files. When do mistakes typically happen? They do happen when you migrate from IaaS to PaaS environment without updating custom configuration files. You basically carry over old configuration files, overwriting PaaS specific patch files. Or second point, upgrading Sitecore to a newer version and not updating custom configuration files. Or finally, not using correct configuration files during environment upgrades. Finally, on the last slide, just want to show how you can easily check if Sitecore logging has been set up correctly for Azure PaaS. I mean, obviously, you can go ahead and check Sitecore configuration. For that, you would need to be able to see show config on that role, which it can be tricky for content delivery because content delivery is pretty locked up or locked down by default. So you're not easily going to be able to see the actual Sitecore configuration as compiled. Or additional roles such as processing and reporting, while they're not on the same security level as the content delivery, you cannot easily see the Sitecore configuration as you can on the content management. Now, in the content management role, you can actually see the configuration as filtered by the role itself, but that depends on what files are actually in the content management role. So if you have incorrect patch files, or you don't have the same patch files in content management role and the content delivery role, then even if something looks right when you look at it filtered uh, on the content management role, it's not going to be the same as content delivery role. I hope that didn't confuse you, but it's much easier to actually go to app data logs folder and look at, the folder structure. You should see a bunch of folders. Each folder represents the actual instance. So some folders are going to be more current, some folders are going to be uh, older, some folders are going to be, the today's date, and those are actually the active instances. So you can just go ahead and use PowerShell to filter or manually look for the folders with the today's date, and those will be your current instances. Here at the bottom, you can see how the actual log files look inside of one of those folders. Basically, it's the same log file format with just Azure dot appended in front of the file. And that concludes today's video. If you like contents like this, please leave comment. If you have any questions or would like to see something, you would like to see me talk about something else about Sitecore, please leave comments below. I'm planning to bring out more of these videos. This is just the second video. I am hoping to improve the quality of these videos as I keep bringing them out. Also, additionally, I would like to keep these videos as short as possible. Just go straight to the point, and don't talk too much about unrelated stuff. Thank you for watching, and please subscribe.